A brand new screenshot and set of information from the Spirit of Halloween movie have been revealed. Let's jump right into it. For everything scary, I'm GMHaunts, and finally, we have some brand new information regarding the Spirit Halloween movie. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just within the last hour around, Variety magazine has just published an exclusive article giving us a brand new set of information from the Spirit of Halloween movie, along with our very first look at the film with a brand new exclusive screenshot that, once again, Variety is the first to share. Now, this is all super exciting because the last that we heard about the Spirit of Halloween movie was a couple of months ago, and since then, it's been basically quiet. We got to take a look at the actual store that was being used to film the movie. Filming actually ended up wrapping up, and then we heard nothing about the film until today when Variety magazine published this article, shared it around, and then Spirit Halloween themselves posted it on Instagram and said, "Get your popcorn ready." So without further ado, let's take a look at this brand new screenshot and article from Variety magazine talking about the Spirit Halloween movie. Alright, so the first thing that we should take a look at when we're looking at this article is this image that was uploaded to the Variety magazine Instagram as well as the official Spirit Halloween Instagram. This is basically just a cover photo that has the brand new Spirit Halloween logo, the edited version, that just got uploaded about a couple of weeks ago. This just says Spirit Halloween store movie in the works with Christopher Lloyd and Rachael Leigh Cook. Now, going further into this, that was just basically the header photo, if you will, that goes along with the actual full-length article that Variety magazine wrote. Now, I'm not going to read the entire article word for word because, first of all, it's relatively long, and second of all, it says a lot of information that we already know that got leaked out 2-3 months ago when this all information was coming out for the first time. The only things that I'm going to be sharing from this article are the brand new sets of information that we have not heard yet that this article shares to us for the very first time. Now, one of the things that I obviously want to mention that this article talks about is some of the stars of the film, and this was also mentioned in the cover photo we just took a look at. Obviously, we did hear this a couple of months ago, but I do want to mention it again because it's just such a huge deal. Two of the main stars of this film are Christopher Lloyd and Rachael Leigh Cook. Christopher Lloyd was obviously a very big star of the Back to the Future movie, and Rachael Leigh Cook was a big star of the She's All That film, which came out in the 90s as well. So obviously some huge names that are going to be in the Spirit Halloween movie. Christopher Lloyd and Rachael Leigh Cook are some very big names in the Hollywood world, so it's really awesome to see that they will be starring in the brand new Spirit Halloween movie in some way. As of right now, the article does not tell us what kind of role they'll have, what the name of the characters are in the movie. We have no idea. We still don't have any idea even with this article being out. We just have another confirmation that yes, Christopher Lloyd and Rachael Leigh Cook will indeed be featured in the Spirit Halloween movie in some capacity, in some role. It has to be pretty big because it does mention that they will be starring in the movie, not just like a kind of small role. They'll be in the movie in some way in a very large role. Now, another thing that I want to take a look at from this article is a brand new quote coming to us from Noor Ahmed. I hope I pronounced that right. He is the president of Strike Back Studios, which is a studio working on the Spirit Halloween movie. And he actually says in this article, one of the reasons I immediately connected with the script is it is very much inspired by some of my favorite kid adventure films growing up, from The Goonies, Gremlins, and Monster Squad. Now, obviously, this is pretty exciting because the movies that he's listing here, Goonies, Gremlins, and Monster Squad, are some really classic and awesome films. Obviously, they each have a very kind of specific feel to them, that kind of kids' adventure, journey kind of films. That's kind of the best way I would describe each of those movies. What this confirms to us is that the Spirit Halloween movie will very much feel like a kid's adventure movie, because obviously if you didn't know anything about this movie, the synopsis that came out about 2 months ago goes along the lines of that kids will be trapped in a Spirit Halloween location and they will have to get out by the morning, something along those lines. Obviously it's not word for word. Obviously, it's going to have a very similar feel to the Goonies, Gremlins, and Monster Squad, like being mentioned here, with kids going on an adventure, with monsters, with kind of spirits, anything like that. With this quote right here from the president of Strike Back Studios just confirms to us that the Spirit Halloween movie will very much feel like those classics that people have come to love and enjoy over years and years, which could be a very good thing, because if you're a big fan of movies like Goonies, that also probably means that you'll be a big fan of this movie, Spirit Halloween. Now, at this point, I want to take a look at the two biggest pieces of information that come to us from this brand new Variety magazine article. And the first thing is a confirmation on the release date, or around release time, I should say, of the Spirit Halloween movie. Now, there were a lot of theories that possibly the movie would be coming out on around July, when the Spirit Halloween flagship store opens. It always happens in around the month of July, maybe very, very, very early August. There was kind of a rumor that maybe the movie would come out in July and be shown around the day that the flagship store opens up. However, the brand new Variety magazine article gives us a confirmation that the movie will be aiming for an October 2022 release, so just around the spooky Halloween season for 2022. Now, obviously, this isn't a huge surprise. It's a Halloween movie. It's the Spirit Halloween movie. It makes sense that it would be coming out in October. However, I was kind of believing, I was on the kind of train of believing that it would be released around July when the flagship store opens for hardcore fans like myself. However, it looks like that's not going to be happening, and they will be aiming for an October 2022 release. Now, we do not know as of this time if it will be in movie theaters. I have a feeling that it will be. If big names such as Christopher Lloyd and Rachael Leigh are working on this film and being stars of the movie, I have a feeling this will be a film that will be shown in the theater. We don't know for sure yet, but we do know this movie will be aiming for an October 2022 release. Now, the last thing that I want to take a look at from this article, and this is absolutely the biggest piece of information that we get, this is our first look and our first brand new screenshot from Spirit Halloween the movie. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to make this a bigger deal than it actually is, because it doesn't give us a huge amount of information. What we have here is a brand new screenshot of 4 of the lead roles from the Spirit Halloween movie. We have 4 kids here, and one is holding a flashlight, and they all seem to be looking down at some sort of piece of paper. It kind of looks like it's kind of like a scroll, if you will, that kind of looks to be a little bit damaged, maybe like a pirate's map kind of thing. Especially since, like we mentioned before, this movie is supposed to be a lot like Goonies, and it's going to be an adventure. Most likely, this piece of paper will be something that leads them onto an adventure regarding the Spirit Halloween location that they are going to be trapped in. Obviously, I'm not going to make this a bigger deal than it is, because we can't even see any animatronics or ISE/themes in this picture, and we actually can't even see the store itself. It looks to be that this picture was taken possibly inside of a pirate ship, something that, maybe not a pirate ship, that might be a little bit too far out there, but some kind of creepy area, because what we can see here are some very dark wooden walls. There's a big lantern light on the right side of this picture. Once again, there's a flashlight. There looks to be some fish netting going around. There looks to be some pirate or like necklaces on the wall. There looks to be some anchors, stuff like that. Very much I'm getting a Goonies kind of feel looking at this, which again makes sense that, as we saw from the quote, this is very much a script inspired from the film Goonies, so I very much get that sense, especially just the way that the kids look here. They're kind of like as a group of kids going on an adventure. I very much get that Goonies sense. Once again, I'm not going to make this a bigger deal than it is. We can't see any animatronics. We can't see any themes. We can't even see the Spirit Halloween store itself. If I had to make a guess, this is probably towards the beginning of the film when the kids will start to go on their adventure, just because it looks like they haven't even made it to the Spirit Halloween location at the time when this was taken from the actual film itself. But nonetheless, it's very interesting because we get our first look at Spirit Halloween the movie and our first actual look at the movie itself, because we haven't seen anything other than leaked pictures of the store. This is the first ever screenshot that we're getting to take a look at that comes straight pulled from the film itself, and it looks kind of interesting. Obviously, there's not a huge amount to go off of here, but the cast definitely looks interesting, and it's great to get our first look at Spirit Halloween the movie. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now it's going to wrap up my video taking a look at and reacting to this brand new Variety magazine article talking about the Spirit Halloween movie, its release date, its cast, and even our first brand new screenshot to take a look at from the movie. I'm very excited to see this and the release date of the film. Once again, it looks like it's going to be shooting for an October 2022 release date. Since this got leaked around 3 months ago, I've just been super excited for it. I can't wait to see Spirit Halloween's newest endeavor going into the Hollywood and film world, especially with some big faces, such as Christopher Lloyd and Rachael Leigh, like we took a look at the beginning of this video. I'm so excited to see this film in October 2022, and I'm very excited to see what Spirit Halloween does with it and what it could mean for the future of the Halloween store. Well, ladies and gentlemen, remember as always, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. I also got excited for more Spirit Halloween the movie videos. Goodbye.